Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So I wanted to go ahead and take a look at another one of these, I guess I would call them colorful tier lists, done by Roller ZZ over on the Dokkan subreddit. I did a video on his Realm of Gods tier list. I thought it was actually very well done. And Roller Z actually hit me up after the video, and he was very pleased with the results. So I figured, he wouldn't mind if I would make more on these kind of tier lists. So I'm going to do that. And I noticed that the comments seemed pretty receptive as well. So I've noticed that there has been many of these that have popped up for different teams. And I do kind of want to do videos on a lot of these different ones because I feel like some of them have units in like just kind of all over the place, and I do think kind of like giving my 2 cents on a lot of this could be kind of fun to do. So today we're gonna look at the POTARA list. Now I would say the POTARA one is pretty cut and dry just because there's so few units on the POTARA category, right? Now see, what's funny is there's so few units, but there is a lot of potential to add units to this. Like, you think there isn't, but Dragon Ball Heroes has a lot of additional units. And I know instantly when Dragon Ball Heroes gets brought up, it's always like, oh, but Global can't get those cards. But it's always like, we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. There's, units that have appeared in games like Dragon Ball Fusions and stuff, which I think, like any fusion, right? Like, if there's a POTARA fusion that appeared in Dragon Ball Fusions, that would make it more likely to appear in Dokkan and shit like that. Like, I know there is a fusion between, like, Vegeta and Trunks, right? Or there is a Xenoverse version of Vegito. Like, we actually know for episode 1 of the Dragon Ball Heroes promotional anime that's coming, we actually saw a teaser for Vegito Blue appearing. So, I mean, if he was added to Dokkan, would it be, Vegito Blue Xeno with a different name so you could use him alongside the tech STR or physical Vegito Blues here? That would be very, very interesting. So, here, of course, is the list. We got honorable mention, we've got A tier, S tier, and S plus tier. Now, for the most part, I say I would agree with everything I'm seeing here. There's a few things that I guess I would disagree with. First, I do think there should be a B tier, and it's kind of like this, right? Goku Black on JP, I think, is pretty much a B tier unit, right? On Global, he's a lot better. That 3 key to villains and higher stats does make him a much better unit. I think STR Zamasu here probably should dip down to the B tier as well. Now, Candy Vegito is actually quite the useful unit. The only thing is that he's really good in, like, basically the very difficult modes, right? Super Battle Road, Extreme Z Awakening, Dokkan Battlefield. Those 3 places is where Candy Vegito is actually very, very useful. The 50% chance to dodge is very nice, but in like a normal event, I would say he's mostly unnecessary just because he's not going to do a lot of damage, right? Although he does have pretty good links. Having both Over in a Flash and Shocking Speed. Does he does not have Fuse Fighter though? Okay. But having both Shocking Speed and Over in a Flash is pretty good in a lot of situations. For the POTARA team, it would be nice if he had Fuse Fighter though, for sure. I could live with Candy Vegito in the A tier though. Same with our boy Int Zamasu here. Int Zamasu's pretty good. But Int Vegito's got to go. He's got to go down. Int Vegito is not a great unit to use. Here we have, this is the TUR version of LR Vegito Blue. I guess, like, I do understand why he is also listed separately here, because you can rainbow LR Vegito Blue, and then there's still an additional copy in the Baba shop that you could purchase. So, it's basically any player could feasibly have the TUR and the LR. Like, that's not difficult to have whatsoever. So let's take a look at the TUR here. Attack and defense 60%, which is decent. I mean, he's a free-to-play unit, right? He will permanently raise his attack and defense throughout the fight. So if it's a long fight, his attack and defense could get pretty high. And then he does raise ki as well from his passive, but that's largely pointless. A passive like that, raising ki from their own passive, I would say for the most part on a lot of units is not really that helpful unless it's like an LR, right, where you need a lot more ki than usual. That's one reason LR Vegito Blue is so good, because he's able to generate so much extra ki for himself. Now, in terms of links, Brainiacs, Same Warrior Race, Shining Limit, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, and Power Bestowed by God. Yeah, he would work quite well on the team because Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, Power Bestowed by God, a lot of the units on this team have this. I advise POTARA team builds to go all Prepare for Battle. Like, we're going to get to Tech Vegito Blue in a second. But he works pretty good. Now, Shattering the Limit. What other Shattering Limit characters are here in the category? So, of course, you would have LR Vegito Blue himself. Kefla is a Shattering Limit unit. And I believe that is about it, right? Yeah, the rest are like either Dokkan Fest units or Awakened from Dokkan Fest. So, Shattering Limit certainly does hurt TUR Vegito on this category, as does Shattering Limit on LR Vegito Blue as well. Man, damn. These fuckers, they would be so good if they had Fierce Battle. I would say it's not really a shaft that LR Vegito Blue does not have Fierce Battle. It's just, he'd be too fucking good. He'd be too fucking good for a free unit if he had Fierce Battle. So that's why he doesn't, I'm sure. Alright, so next, let's move to the S rank. So, right off the bat, LR Vegito Blue, I very strongly disagree with him in the S tier. It's interesting because Roller, I'm not sure if Roller Z made this before he made his Realm of Gods one, but his kind of logic is a little different here. I guess it kind of works, because for the Realm of Gods one, like, even though, STR Rose, for example, is the best Rose card in the game, both him and the AGL Rose were in the S+ tier on the Realm of Gods tier list, which I looked at and, like, I kind of thought, like, yeah, I do kind of agree with that, because if you don't have the STR Rose, AGL Rose is still better than, like, 90% of the other options you could run. Like, because the Rose cards and the Vegito Blue cards are just so good. Both of them are like that. Like, even the physical Vegito Blue. If you don't have Tech Vegito Blue, or you can't get LR Vegito Blue yet, but you have physical Vegito Blue, he's still better to run than, like, basically everything else around him. So, I understood why they were in the S+ tier. But here, it's different. Both Physical Vegito Blue and AGL Rose, and then I guess LR Vegito Blue are here in the S rank. Now, I guess it does make more sense for the POTARA team to do this, because there's so few options. Otherwise, basically, the entire category would just be an S+ unit, right? But, okay, this, personally for me, when I'm building teams, I like cohesiveness. I would actually swap LR Vegito Blue and Tech Vegito Blue. Now, I know Tech Vegito Blue is, the hardest hitting fucking unit in the game, all of that. But, like, if you're just using POTARA category units, Tech Vegito Blue just doesn't fit in the team, period. Because he is sitting there with Over in a Flash, and he's the only unit there that has Over in the Flash. Over in the Flash, excuse me. One team build I saw on the subreddit, the Optimal POTARA team, because of the fact that LR Super Vegito gives a 90% buff to Int types, I saw that both Int Gogeta and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock are actually units on the Optimal team, because using their links, you can properly sort of support Tech Vegito Blue, as well as Physical Super Vegito. These two amazingly powerful Vegito units that have wonky links or bad links, right, which hold these two units back. Having Int Gogeta on the team and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock on the team enables these two to kind of go at full power, and that makes the team overall stronger, just because, I mean, basically, the way Dokkan works is the Vegito units shit on everything else in the game. Like, that's just kind of the way it is. I mean, sure, the summonable LRs are on that level as well, but, like, if there was a summonable LR Vegito, like, like an unfeatured one, you bet your ass he'd be right up there. And then of course, like, you know, LR Super Vegito, I consider him and LR Super Gogeta the two best units in the game. So Vegito cards are just crazy busted. So because of the fact that I'm presuming most people are not going to want to run the Int Gogeta Super Saiyan 3 Bardock POTARA team build, right? Because, you know, it's a POTARA category. Like, even me, like, I don't really like using units that aren't even really on the category, right? Like, I never really enjoyed using Whirus on the Hybrid Saiyan team to support LR Gohan, because Whirus, like, doubles LR Gohan's attack because of the way his orb changing works, where LR Gohan is able to get a ridiculously high amount of orbs. But I never really had fun doing that. So, like, I'm kind of going to, you know, go through this video in terms of running a full POTARA team. So, in that instance, LR Vegito Blue would actually work a hell of a lot better on this team than Tech Vegito Blue would, just because LR Vegito Blue here is going to have Prepare for Battle. Now, he'll also have Legendary Power right here, which he's going to be able to link up with these two bad boys. Obviously, LR Super Vegito, the leader of the team, and then LR Goku Black as well. Like, just, you know, a lot of Legendary Power units. 5,000 attack link will be pretty nice. Prepare for Battle, which basically, like, you look at this list, like, every single unit here is Prepare for Battle except for Tech Vegito Blue. So that's why I would swap those two first. Because of how limited the category is, Physical Vegito Blue I think is fine right there in S. Same with AGL Rose. The TR version of LR Goku Black, I think that's absolutely fine as well. Super Vegito, AGL, is fine right where he is. Now, Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. I definitely think Super Saiyan 2 Kefla should be an S+ unit. There's many reasons why. One reason, she's so good for how easy she is to obtain. I do think that should be a factor for a lot of players, right? Like, she's been on banners. Like, her banner, there was, what, 5 units? And it was a featured unit guaranteed every multi. So, your chances of getting Kefla were higher than, like, any other, like, main featured banner card, like, ever to that point. And she's very good, you know. She does work as a POTARA category leader as well. Right now on Global, she is the POTARA category leader. See, on JP, LR Vegito came out first before Kefla got her Dokkan Awakening. But here on Global, Kefla got her Dokkan Awakening first. So you can run her as a leader and even just bring a friend LR Super Vegito. That works. She got a change when she awakened to where she got an attack and defensive buff from any type of key sphere rather than just physical, which, like, made her so much better. The amount of additional attacks she does, the amount of dodges she can get, as well as her links, which work out pretty good. Super Saiyan, Battlefield Diva, Turn of Power, Power Bestowed by God, Fuse Fighter, Shattering Limit, and Warriors of Universe 6. I've noticed it is pretty easy for her to super on the team, although she doesn't have Prepare for Battle as well. Shattering Limit is probably something you're not going to get active as well, because chances are Kefla would be a floater along with LR Vegito Blue. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people would run LR Vegito Blue on a main rotation. I feel like it's almost just because it's a Vegito Blue unit, right? But I do think Kefla is a unit that is deserving to be in the S+ tier. Now, at the same time, Merge Zamasu. I don't agree with Merge Zamasu in the S+ tier. Merge Zamasu has become pretty dated at this point. Now, he lowers super type allies by 10% attack. I was looking here in this thread, and Mobile Man actually did give his thoughts on this. Let me scroll down here. I actually want to, like, read Mobile Man's comments verbatim here. So, he's basically saying Merge Zamasu's debuff is very noticeable. It's calculated in the same phase as start of turn passives, so it acts as a true 10% debuff for Super Vegito and Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, which means you'd lose around 270k attack on each of those units. And, like, he continues to basically explain, you know, his points through a couple different posts here. But the point is, Merge Zamasu actually does take a substantial chunk of damage out of all of these other super type units. And the other thing, too, about Merge Zamasu is, you know, you would think you'd run him on the team to more heavily support LR Goku Black, But LR Goku Black is fine on the team just with SCR Rose alone, or even AGL Rose. I always subscribe to the fact of running like LR Goku Black plus SCR Goku Black as a rotation. And at that point, like, there's no additional attack links Merge Zamasu is activating with LR Goku Black. So Merge Zamasu is largely an unneeded unit, especially since he's just going to be lowering your super type allies' attack. Now, if we got a new Merge Zamasu, I would love to see what a new Merge Zamasu would look like. Maybe like a 170% attack at the start of turn or something like that. I do think that is a unit we could see at some point soon. Like, at some time soon. That could be very, very interesting. But I don't think Merge Zamasu should be in the S plus tier. I think he should move down to S. The rest of the units, I'm pretty okay with. Physical Super Vegito, one of the best units in the game. Tech Vegito, you know, it was such a meme, me having trouble pulling him. He's good, but I would almost say there's enough amazing POTARA units that I don't even really ever use Tech Vegito very much, right? But he certainly, I think, is deserving of the S plus tier. Attack and defense 30% is a large buff. We have SCR Rose. Again, I already mentioned that I think Tech Vegito Blue and LR Vegito Blue should be swapped. LR Goku Black, and then, you know, the best unit in the game, LR Super Vegito, just stop. They're just silly at this point. And again, Tech Vegito Blue, even though he is the hardest hitting unit, you know, pretty much of all, like, TUR cards, only really Super Saiyan 3 LR Goku and then LR Super Vegito, when transformed, are able to do more damage than Tech Vegito Blue. But Tech Vegito Blue just doesn't fit very well on a lot of teams because of his links. If Tech Vegito Blue had Prepare for Battle, oh my god, would he... he would be everyone's favorite unit, like the best unit. That's all anyone would talk about, is how ridiculous Tech Vegito Blue would be. But he doesn't have Prepare for Battle. That's why I really like running this guy in the Realm of Gods team. With Ultra Instinct Goku, he really fits. But here on the POTARA team, not really so much. So there we go, guys. I figure that should about cover it. Again, not very many units in the POTARA category to really talk about. But the few units that are in the POTARA category are obviously very, very good. So thank you guys for watching. Shout outs to our boy Rawler ZZ for making these posts. And I will catch y'all next time.